Welcome back. Barry. Today, basically, we're gonna basically talk about your what you do on a daily basis. Also, I just want to shoot up a quick disclaimer showing that you and I are not doctors or physicians, and if really they should consult their doctor for everything, like if you've weight loss, physical activity, if you're going to do anything, consult your doctor. That's all I can tell you. I don't care what it is, weight loss, blah blah blah. We're not. I'm not a doctor. Barry's not a doctor. And just real quick, just show the disclaimer. I think this will help out everybody. So that there you go. Let me say, whoops. Let me just show that. And we'll show a disclaimer. Let me see. Box. So Barry, how was your day so far?
Day was good. I was writing some articles about weight loss, and you read the one that I sent to you to your Facebook private message, and it was about 70 essential rules for losing weight
Uh-huh.
that the weight loss industry doesn't want you to know. So that's going to be a good read, James. Thanks for
Nice.
asking.
Nice. And then, so you're in Thailand right now. Barry, I was going to ask you real quick, a quick question. I know this is, I'm losing anywhere from a pound and a half a day to maybe close to 3 pounds a day, which is remarkable, okay? Which is totally blowing my mind. I'm eating, well, right now I'm eating papaya. I'm pigging out basically on whatever I want to eat. I'm very I'm satisfied. I don't have no taste for anything else, basically. And I think that the only reason I only lost maybe a pound and a half overnight was because my fiber intake was a little bit low. And we talked about really between me and you that I thought because I'm a bodybuilder, I love to lift weights. I mean, I love to go inside the bench out maybe 250 pounds, maybe 10, 20 times repetitions. I'm a strong guy. I love doing this. But the difference is that I was going to ask you about the banana. I know a lot of bodybuilder guys like me, and we're trying to lose fat, but we're thinking about that sugar content. And you know what to talk about because it's just we're trying to be more vascular. And what's your intake on this? Because I just want to spill this out real quick because I know we talked about this a little bit before, but I want to make sure it's confirmed to everybody out there that not all sugar is created equal.
Absolutely, you're right. Actually, it's a myth that when people believe from the media that sugar from fruit is bad for you, it's a myth because our ancestors, our forefathers, have been eating fruits with sugar for centuries, and they had no problem with their health and no problem with their weight, and they went on with their lives just okay, just fine. So it's a myth. The only sugar that you have to be worried about is the sugar coming from the industrialized processed food industry. Simple as that.
Totally.
Just
What I
yeah,
was
just don't eat.
Barry, was actually adding fruits in my diet. Like yesterday, I added papaya to my diet, and I still lost around a pound and a half. So today, I'm going to add a banana in my diet just to show, and hopefully, we'll see what happens and keep my fiber intake up. Is that cool with you, Barry?
That's cool. Knock yourself out, James. Eat as many bananas as you want. It's not going to do any harm to your body. You can just don't go on a mono diet of bananas every day, but you can eat a lot of banana, go on and off, rotate your fruits, and you're fine. That's
Very
all
nice.
you need.
Very nice.
Yeah.
I appreciate this. You know what? I love bananas. I love papayas, but I stopped eating papayas until for many years, reasoning thinking that you know what I'm gonna try to stay more cut, more lean, than instead of So now I understand exactly what you're saying. If it comes from nature, most likely I'm gonna go all for it. That's basically my way I'm gonna go with it. Is the farmer's diet. So Barry, we were going to talk about what you do on a daily basis and what your routine is. I really want to be a fly on the wall and try to see what I can learn inside there and what you're really doing to where you lost 100 pounds, which is amazing.
Yes, I did. And I went from this, if you
Uh-huh.
can see,
And you were
from
like, what, 220 on that or so?
more than 220. More than 220. I'm 5'4". I was when I was obese. I was clinically obese at 220. all the way up to 240 at one time.
Wow.
This is a photo when I'm lighter, actually lighter at 220, but I was actually at 240 at one point in my life.
Amazing, amazing. So, you know, there's two berries in there basically.
And here's my after photo, if you can see that.
That's
I'm with
beautiful.
I'm with Fred Flintstone right there, and I used to draw Fred Flintstone as a professional animator, cartoon animator.
For Hanna-Barbera, did you say there something like that?
At the Hanna-Barbera studio party way back
Uh-huh.
in the early '80s, and my transformation. I was the happiest guy ever for losing my weight. I can't tell you, you know, when you go from such an extreme from being very big and lethargic, and then going all the way to being very light and nimble, pain-free, no symptoms. It's just like a caterpillar to a butterfly. It's just incredible how you feel when you go through that journey successfully, and then the weight never returns. What can I tell you? It's an incredible journey.
And you were on your back in pain many times where you just couldn't move even at that time.
Well, yeah, I was hospitalized. I was forced into a hospital because I let my weight get so big that clinically my blood was messed up. I just got back from Thailand. I had botulism. I had candida. I was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis. I had high cholesterol. I had high blood pressure. I had a list, a grocery list of life-threatening symptoms that altogether, all my allopathic doctors were worried about me. And then what happened is my whole body crashed. I had to let my boss at Hanna-Barbera Studios at the time let him know that I'm going to be in the hospital for a while. And they hooked me up to a machine. I was shotgunned with broad spectrum antibiotic therapy for a month, around the clock.
That's
And,
amazing.
and it completely destroyed my friendly flora bacteria in my gut, cleaned me out. And the thing is, there was no such thing as probiotics in the vocabulary of the hospital or the doctors. They never talked about it. They never brought it up. But I had to read all the books. I had to re-educate myself that this was what I needed. And it took me 2 years to recover from that. It was pure hell for me, but I had no choice but to find a way to get my life back, to lose this weight that was taking me down and shortening my life. Because, James, the fact is, when you do lose your weight, you extend your life. It's life extension. This is very important to know. So I don't know how many years I added to my life, but losing the 100 pounds plus made a big difference in my life today.
You
And
might
that's
not have
why
been alive right now, am I right? Right now?
a lot of doctors were worried about me. They knew I was in trouble. That's why I was forced into a hospitalization. And if if I was to continue the path of destruction, self-abuse of my life the way it was going, maybe I would not be alive today. It's very possible.
You know
Yes,
what,
it's
Barry? Thanks for telling your testimony, and I have my own testimony too right now. And there's a major reason why I need to lose this weight, and it basically is life-threatening, which I'll go into much later in another video. So I mean, let's put it this way: it's not just to lose the weight, but it's also to save my life, and that's really what I'm doing. And then, Barry, I'm just going to go right into it. What do you do on a daily basis? Because I'm going to be a fly in the wall and hear exactly what you're doing so that I can hopefully put a lot of this in my own daily ritual.
okay. Thanks for asking, James. First of all, I need to say that after I did lose the weight, uh, I did 20 years of research to find the truth about what food does to the human body, and how to live life properly. to achieve homeostasis, which is balance of mind and body. 20 years of my life researching. So it's a passion that I'm sharing with you, James. And so how I start my day is I don't have an alarm clock. I let nature wake me up with the birds and the sun coming up in the morning. And then what I do is I do the right thing. All the research from Japan that came out it was very fascinating to read, James, that every person that wakes up in the morning is chronically dehydrated. So when they're sleeping the 8 hours, they're in a fast, and they lose up to a quart of water. So in the morning, it's not that big breakfast that you need, it's the water. So the first thing I grab is the water. 1 glass, 2 glasses of water to replenish all the fluids that I've lost through respiration through the night that I was sleeping. Mm-hmm. That's so important. And the blood gets sticky. If you don't have enough water in your body, the velocity of the blood is more sticky. It's not good for
you. I didn't know that. So it doesn't move through your body as easy? Is that what you're saying?
That's right. I learned that from my Chinese traditional physician. He explained that to me. And he said you must keep hydrated. You must keep your fluid intake always coming in, because the blood will get sticky if you don't do that.
And what happens is your blood gets sticky. Does it? So like we're saying, it doesn't move through easy enough. Any other reasons? Maybe it doesn't move the pathogens in your body.
Yeah, it's just like plumbing. You know, it just gets clogged up. It's not working like it should. So that's why the thing is, as people get older, James, a lot of times they don't drink as much as when they were younger, and then they get dehydrated. And if you go to any hospital today, you see a lot of elderly people hooked up to saline solution drips because they're dehydrated. And dehydration is one of the key factors for disease. When you hydrate your body, you keep disease at bay.
Wow.
And the thing is, processed food dehydrates the body.
Okay.
And food from nature that has high water content, like watermelons and fruits and vegetables, that hydrates your body. Perishable foods hydrate your body. Processed foods dehydrate your body.
Okay. Simple. And a dehydrated body will usually cause a body possibly to gain weight?
Absolutely, absolutely, because all the systems inside your lymphatic system, the circulatory system, the skin is not doing its job because you don't have the flushing, cleansing fluids enough in your body to do the job, because today we are bombarded with chemicals. We got to get these chemicals out. And the only way to get them out, hydrate your body.
Okay, now let me ask you a question. That bottle you're drinking, and I know that I'm wondering, I see you drinking on every show. What is that bottle?
Okay, there's 2 bottles here. This one is what everybody should be drinking. It's just pure water in glass, not plastic, in glass only, because most water today is in plastic, and it's a hormone disruptor. Okay, it's got the chemicals leaching in the water. You don't want that, so keep it in glass. All right, so the thing is, for weight loss, you can add very powerful weight loss herbs to your water, which is what I've done with this bottle. And basically what I've done, and I'm going to share this with you, James, is one by one, is, believe it or not, even though it has sugar, honey makes and helps you lose weight.
Honey helps you lose weight. Why is
that?
Yes.
Well, it's not a simple carb. It's more complex. It has the enzymes, and we need the enzymes, life-giving enzymes. It has minerals as well. It's a bee product. Okay, it's the saliva of the bees. It's actually a longevity food. A lot of elderly people continue to consume honey with no problem. It doesn't spike your blood sugar like refined white sugar would do, processed white sugar would do. When you combine it with apple cider vinegar, it's very cleansing to the body. Honey mixed with cinnamon actually will help you lose your weight. There's nothing wrong with honey used as a condiment. It's actually good for you.
Very nice. Raw honey does well for you.
Exactly. Now, when you mix it with apple cider vinegar, then Bragg's has a whole book about mixing apple cider vinegar with honey, and it's part of their protocol to help you lose weight.
And
There
right
you go.
there, you can say brags.
Right.
The reason that I like using this personally, Barry, is because this is also a glass jar, so that when I finish it, I can put my water inside here instead of drinking out of plastic glass, right?
That's good, James. You're doing the right thing. So you add the two together. When you start adding herbs together, the efficacy goes up. By themselves, as an isolate, they might do one or two things, but when you put them together, they do multiple things for the body. All the herbalists know that. Like in traditional Chinese medicine, you might have a package of 4, 5, 10 herbs together in one medicinal package to take. Because I've gone to the herb shops in Phuket town in Thailand many times for my Chinese herbs, and it's not 1 or 2 or 3. It's probably 5 to 10 or 12, and this is what they know, and they put it all together, and then you boil it, and then you drink it, and that's how it works.
What is making that water turn yellow now?
This water here?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, I'm still going through the herbs. This is number 3.
Oh,
turmeric.
okay.
So turmeric is a powerful antioxidant, longevity food, and anti-cancer herb. Turmeric. If you were to punch in turmeric on the internet, you would be bombarded with so much scientific information. It's just an incredible herb to use in your life. It's anti-inflammatory. It's from Ayurvedic medicine in India. Anti-cancer. Cancer rates in India are much lower than the USA, and they consume a lot of turmeric, and it's in the curries. And so curry is a good medicinal herb to take. And then I'm going to show you another ingredient that I use for losing weight, and this is organic green tea powder. So that is a proven remedy for losing weight. So right now I've listed 4: the turmeric, which is anti-inflammatory; the wheatgrass, which is weight loss; the honey is weight loss.
Oops.
Okay. And then another thing, James, about the apple cider vinegar.
Uh-huh.
Most people don't know this, but I'm going to share this with you now, James. Is that the apple cider vinegar is a probiotic.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's a cultured apple that ferments in a big wooden casket for a long time, and it's raw with the life-giving enzymes. And what it does, which is very interesting, it increases your hydrochloric acid in your stomach. And we need the hydrochloric acid that the apple cider vinegar helps to increase to digest proteins, digest your food. And then later, after the hydrochloric acid does its job, then the pancreas will release the enzymes to further digest the food chain. And also, this is where you get your sodium bicarbonate from, your pancreas, because then it goes from acid to alkaline in the small intestine. And then the food chain goes through the small intestine. And then it's all happening inside your body.
Got it.
That's the way it works. All right.
That's
So that's good to know about the apple cider vinegar. And then this is a heart tonic. It's killing two birds with one stone.
Is that cayenne
Organic
pepper?
red cayenne pepper will give you good heart health and will make you lose your weight, drop like a stone. Believe me, this is what you need. This is what I take, and I add that to the water. And then this is the granddaddy of weight loss, immune system, heart tonics, you name it. This is like an all-around tonic right here, and this is organic as well, and it's called wild oregano oil.
Wild oregano.
Yeah, you put a few drops of this. It's anti-cancer. It is a holistic remedy like no other. You add this. You add this to a few drops to this water. So you have all this together according to your taste, and when you're working out, when you're throughout the day sipping on this, you are upping the ante to give your immune system a boost. You are upping the ante to give your metabolism a boost to lose your weight. With this, you are doing an all-around herbal tonic made in the comfort of your kitchen.
Nice. So I can basically use that and stay hydrated while I'm working out.
Exactly. You could have this in your sauna room. You can have this in the gym. You can have this with you when you're walking the dog. You just keep it with you all the time throughout the day and sip on it. And then you also showed me something else with your wheatgrass and your coconut water, and you can go on and off. You can do this one day, and then you can do a different formula the next day and a different formula the next day. And as long as it's from nature, as long as it's organic, you're fine. You're absolutely fine. You can never, it's going to do you a lot of good by doing this.
That's really interesting. And I love what you had to say. And so what's the next step that you do?
Okay, so then I give myself half an hour before I eat solid food. So see, they call it a breakfast because you're breaking the fast. So I'm breaking the fast with a light meal because the organs in the body take time to gear up. So what I do is I have a light breakfast, like a fruit salad, or I'll have a vegetable salad with oatmeal, or I'll have maybe some hummus, which is a legume paste mixed with a salad, and I mix it up, and I mix it, and I match, and I have a different breakfast every day. I get off the mono dieting, and I get on a variable diet, and I make it colorful, like Bernard Jensen, Dr. Bernard Jensen would endorse, the late doctor would endorse a rainbow diet. So if the breakfast is light and looks like a rainbow, like a coral reef with lots of greens, you can't go wrong. And you have your raw enzymes mixed in with maybe something lightly cooked, which is okay. So that's what I do. And I don't write it down, James. It's all in my head. It's just the way I feel. I might feel like peanut butter and banana with some papaya and pineapple, which is okay. You eat to live. You don't live to eat. That's the whole idea. You have an intimate relationship with nature's foods, and you run with it. That's what I do, and enjoy it and have fun with it. That's what I do. So every morning for me in the kitchen is an adventure, a whole new adventure, and I love it.
So how do you end the day? Do you take any supplements before you go to bed, and what is your final meal?
Okay, my biggest meal is in the afternoon, which is when the pancreas, the liver, the kidneys, all the filtering organs are at its peak performance. So I'll have my bigger meal in the afternoon. That's when I'm moving my body more and I'm working in my garden. So I have that extra protein, extra nutrition to get me through that. And then I continue my meals and I taper it down in the evenings because if your belly is full of food in the evening, that keeps you awake. So basically, I just taper it down. So I may start with fruit, for an example, fruit in the morning, then vegetables with even a clean meat in the meal. And I'll get into the meat part on another consultation because I know that the vegans are up against that. But I'll share information that will shock them that
All
they
right.
should that they should know about. So basically, you taper up and then you taper down. And I may have some chamomile tea that helps me sleep, or some valerian root herbs that's a natural sleep aid. And I just slowly wind down because I want the melatonin. Once it's dark outside, you shouldn't be eating that much anyways, because
Oh,
the melatonin is starting to kick in, which is from your brain, and it's a hormone that comes from the pit of your brain, and it releases the hormone that makes you sleep. So that means late night computer and bright lights is not good for sleeping well because it disrupts your melatonin hormones.
gotcha. Oh, that I didn't realize that. So basically, a
Yeah.
combination of all that's going to really do good. Now, what I want to do is also end the show pretty much with one really cool thing that you told me today, because I go to the gym and there's a dry sauna there. You go quickly of what I should be doing with the dry sauna and why it should be very effective and pretty, somewhat within a minute or so.
Yeah. The thing is, diet alone won't do it. If you want to seriously lose weight, you need other protocols to come into the picture, including physical protocols like a dry sauna. The dry sauna will accelerate your weight loss by making the skin, the largest organ on your body, expel the toxins, expel the water that you're carrying, and will boost your metabolism. So this is very important to do, and then the cold showers will produce more oxygen into your blood supply, which a lot of people don't know about. But this will kick up your metabolism. I fully endorse the sauna treatments, and the cancer clinics around the world are using it.
So
So are
basically,
the
a lot of the cancer treatments are actually using the hot and the cold in a combination, hopefully, and then they're seeing excellent results. And then Barry, what do we have expected for the next show?
okay, this will be a good show. I'm going to talk about what it takes to stay on the course and not give up, because a lot of people when they get on this journey, they somehow fail for whatever reason. They got distractions. They have their peers maybe throwing monkey wrenches in there. So I'm going to get into the mindset so that you have a mindset trap not to give up, to stay on the journey. It's so important because because a lot of people they start it but they don't finish the journey for whatever reasons. And I want to get into the grit and the meat of why this happens. I think it's very important.
Excellent. Anybody's watching this, what we're going to do is we're going to upload all the videos. We're going to upload a lot of Barry's recipes, a lot of videos of him cooking, which is going to be inside there. A lot of just a lot more golden nuggets and quick tips, really, that for me to lose weight. And basically, like I said before, think of it as a Truman Show. This is all for entertainment. We're not physicians. We're not doctors. If you're going to go on any health regimen, just consult your doctor for everything. Just telling you this as a disclaimer. I don't care if you're doing anything, doctors. That's the right way to do that, basically legally to tell you, really, as a disclaimer. So also what I'm saying, basically, Barry, like I said before, is that I'm finding anywhere from 1.5 to over 2 pounds losing every day. What I would do is I'm going to start posting what I'm eating on a daily basis. Also, so that I'm just going to basically this is going to be like the Truman Show. Everything's going to be out there. I'm going to not hide anything. I mean, it's just basically everything, even exercise plans. Everything's going to be in there, and Barry's going to critique it up and back and tell me, hey, James, you know what? Why didn't you have a banana today? Or why didn't you have a piece of fruit? So, Barry, is that cool with you?
That's very cool, and you are surprising me. I'm so surprised that you're losing that much weight this early in the game, because normally, from my research, it's about 2, 3, maybe 4 pounds a week, and you're like way beyond that. So I'm very surprised. I'm very encouraged, and you're awesome. You're doing an awesome job, James. It's really, really awesome.
Thank you so much, Barry, and I totally appreciate. But I think the major thing for me is the why. If you have a why, for example, and you're going to only live for 6 months, and he says you don't lose 60 pounds and maybe so much time, you're going to die. I bet you that's a big why, and I bet everybody watching this is going to lose weight like this if they had a big why. So Barry had a big why. That's why it helped him lose over 100 pounds like that. The why is the biggest thing out there. All right. We're going to see you on the next show, Barry, and then we're going to go into really the basics, the why, and keep everything motivated. And also, I think we may just break into a little golden nugget. I think it's just basically for a lot of people that are lifting weights, they're looking to lose weight. We may touch on the power supplement of wheatgrass if Barry went, because I know Barry is cool. Is that cool with you, Barry?
Excellent, excellent. Wheatgrass is underrated. It needs to be out there more. This is an excellent subject to cover. Thanks for bringing it up, James.
Yeah, I think the keeping us on course, like Barry's going to tell you next time, and then tell you the powerhouse of wheatgrass and how that's going to help you. I mean, I'm going to make wheatgrass. I'm going to tell everybody quickly. Is the center of what I'm doing really is wheatgrass. Everything else is going to be talk about spirulina, like we're going to talk about other things, but we're going to keep wheatgrass up on the top. We're going to keep fitness right on top with the weight training out there, and we're going to keep the holistic lifestyle over here, and basically the teachings of cookings and recipes and all that. It's just going to come all together for me, and hopefully we're going to have a earth-shattering weight loss. It's already happening really. 1.5 to over maybe close to 3 pounds a day. That's extraordinary. I've never seen results like this. But you know what? Holistic Chef Barry rocks, and he's the man. And I can't wait for the next show. All right, see you later, Barry.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye.